Hey loyalty loopers, welcome back. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about a psychological phenomenon called hedonic decline. The idea that wanting is better than having. It's often called the satisfaction of browsing. It's the idea that people enjoy the search more than the product they actually buy in the end. Well, if that's the case, how can we help consumers enjoy the search, especially in an online world? That's what we're covering today on The Loyalty Loop. So how can we help consumers in an online world enjoy the search? Well, the answer is not easy to find. In fact, it's buried in here somewhere. That's right, Where's Waldo can help us understand how your brain works when you're searching for something. So how do you actually find Waldo? Maybe you scan inch by inch across the Where's Waldo picture looking for Waldo, or maybe you stare at the image from afar waiting for Waldo to pop out. Well, it turns out your brain does a little bit of both when you're looking for Waldo, or Wally as they called him in the UK. We'll get back to the UK in just a second. But here's exactly what happens in your brain when you're searching for Wally. First, your brain engages what's called foveal vision. That imprints an image of Waldo on your mind so you know what you're looking for. Now your brain engages what's called peripheral vision to start scanning the page. Peripheral vision is designed to pick up vague visual signals and separate them from the noise. So for example, you know that Waldo is red, so you start to focus on all of the parts of the image that are red. But what does all this have to do with marketing and enjoying the search? Well, let's go online to lease a car. And let's do it in the UK. Within just a few seconds, I'm browsing car leasing websites, and it's pretty easy to tell very rapidly that most of these websites follow a few simple design principles that make them easy to browse. 3 or 4 websites in, my brain already knows what to expect, and instead of having to look for something, I can just find it without thinking. In fact, your brain isn't working very hard at all. But then I happened on this website. What? lingscars.com. I should point out that that music is from her website. I did not add that. I don't know what it is. It's Chinese karaoke or something. But here's what's happening. All of a sudden, your brain has to go into overdrive. It first has to engage your foveal vision and try to discern and remember what you're looking for. It has to remember a visual image of what kind of information it's trying to select. Then it engages your peripheral vision to identify those pieces of information on the web page that are actually relevant to you. Lings Cars does not adhere or conform to any of the web design best practices. If I didn't know any better, I'd imagine that Ling's leasing team drops some acid every morning before they update those leasing listings. But here's the thing, Lings Cars is the 4th largest leasing company in the United Kingdom. Every year, they lease over $100 million worth of vehicles. Wow! Why? Is it because she's broken every web design rule in the book? Maybe. But why does breaking all of these rules have a positive impact on her business? Ling invites her prospects to enjoy the search. And I don't mean the games and gimmicks. In fact, Ling has tapped into the very same things that make Where's Waldo a fun, engaging, attention-earning puzzle. She's tapped into a psychological phenomenon that gives her a leg up on all of the leasing competition. She's embraced the search. All of this additional brain activity actually slows down the consumer, and they have to engage in a much deeper way. And that's what makes lingscars.com successful. She earns her prospects' attention. Next week, we're going to dive into another aspect of earning your customers' attention. But before I wrap this up, maybe it's time we question some of the web world's rules. Not because I think you should design something crazy like lingscars.com, but because you fundamentally understand the things that make lingscars.com successful. You understand how to help the consumer enjoy the search. And the search is more satisfying than buying the thing. So embrace the search. And where exactly is Waldo? Haha, he's right here. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe so you don't miss next week's deep dive into our deep-seated need for answers and why it matters to every marketer in the world. I'll see you next week in my loyalty loop. Let's listen to that Ling's Cars music again, huh? What do you think?
可以让我失控的魔力。